So, is the stream started?
Oh, I think the stream has started.
Okay.
Test.
Just
We're so back.
Just wanted to make sure that the people heard you correctly. Because I left the house today and I was getting chastised on the way out.
Chastised?
Yes.
For what?
My wife's got a friend in town.
Oh.
And she's staying with us. And they are strong, right? Like strong. Right side, strong side. And so, they might have taken umbrage with some things that were done and or said yesterday by me.
Oh.
I was told that I had to stop. And like I can handle one, right? I can handle one woman being mad at me.
Your wife got mad at you about yesterday?
But two of them that early, like I don't know how to bob and weave. They basically verbally jumped me.
Shout out to the wife and wife friend.
But
for helping me out.
But you said this off the mic. I want you to say it on the mic. You need help with energy.
I did tell you. You were kind enough to say, what can I do for you
Tell
today?
the people what you said.
And I said, just give me enough energy to get through this show. Do whatever you want. And then I stopped and I said,
you said,
not anything.
Let's go!
Not anything.
Yeah! Boy, I'm gonna take this shirt off today. I can't wait. It's gonna be some good stuff. You guys are gonna throw to me. You guys can't see me yet, but they're gonna throw to me. I'm gonna be shirtless. I might have pants on. I might not. I'm definitely disrobing on this show.
Oh.
Let's get it going.
Oh, an HR violation.
Who needs GCM after dark when we got GCM after a Grizzlies win and a double post?
Grant in the chat goes, did Benson actually get any sleep? She looked so tired on the after show. I thought I was doing such a good job of pretending that I was wide awake.
No. What was the song?
Silence.
I love it.
Silence and the weird smell that's downtown this morning.
Does it smell like Pop-Tarts?
It smells like sulfur.
Okay, my neighborhood smells like Pop-Tarts.
Well, here it smells like a Grizzlies win. What's up, everybody? It is Thursday, October 23rd. It is going to be a good day. Jessica Benson with you from the Grind City Media Studios in Memphis, Tennessee. CJ Hurt behind the glass. Coming up on today's show, Grizzlies start the season with a win. That means we will have our first highlights of the year. We will break down last night's action against the New Orleans Pelicans. Teresa Walker will join us in the second segment. She has had quite the week. She is a big-time celebrity following her feature on NFL Countdown last week. We'll talk to her about that, catch up on NFL Week 8. We'll get into some of the other NBA action from last night. We have FBI arrests this morning. Victor Wembanyama is not a real human. We'll do a little Theater Thursday. I finally saw one battle after another. CJ watched The Perfect Neighbor. We'll talk about those. It's a Thursday. You know what we say. You can't win all 82 if you don't win number one.
You ready? I've been ready. What are we waiting for?
The boy is mine.
Let's go, Grizz! Let's go!
Oh, John Moran just broke the rim with that finish.
Defense, take that ball! Defense, take that ball!
Jared with a rejection.
Give me that!
Moran digs at it, knocks it away. Picked up by Pippen. Bob, Brandon Clark.
On that round!
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans. Want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Just walking through FedEx Forum, what's that been like for you?
To be back here knowing that this is going to help St. Jude, it's going to recognize Fred Smith.
Yeah.
Come on now, what he did as an individual. It's going to highlight the city and that what this great place is. There's not many cities like Memphis.
The Gary Parrish Show, live on weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Grizz Nation, it's almost go time for the 2025-2026 Grizzlies season. There's no better way to tip off the season than the 3-game mini-pack with 3 of the biggest matchups of the first 3 weeks of the season. Lock in your seats for opening night against the Pelicans, Halloween versus Luka, LeBron, and the Lakers, and Cooper Flagg's first trip to Memphis with the Mavericks. Visit grizzlies.com/packs to secure your pack today.
The second annual Hoops for St. Jude Tip-Off Classic is on Monday, October 27th at FedEx Forum. Don't miss Memphis women's basketball as they take on the Vanderbilt Commodores, or the long-awaited return of former Memphis head coach John Calipari when his Arkansas Razorbacks face the University of Memphis Tigers in charity exhibitions to benefit St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com, or you can get them at the FedEx Forum box office.
Feels great to feel the sunshine. Gotta own the day like it's all mine. Just got paid in his own time. Been working hard, I've been on the grind. I deserve this feeling, having my way. I've been on this healing. This is my day. The sun's out, let's have a little fun now. I wanna let it all out. That's what it's all about. Cause I deserve this feeling, having my way. I deserve this healing. This is my day.
Grind City Media presents The Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt. Live from the Grind City Media Studios on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
What's up, everybody? It is the morning after a Grizzlies win, and you know what that means. Let's hit those highlights. For the first time this season, Grizzlies, Pelicans, everybody stop talking. My favorite show is back on. Ja Morant, he told you he'd be ready. Grizzlies, though, a little yikes early. Went down 15 quick. The Rook took that personally. Number 23, Cedric Coward, the steal, the tough and one finish. Stamp that first NBA bucket. Grizz down 9 later in the first quarter. Morant, you down with OMP? That's Omax Prosper with the jam. He had 10 points off the bench. Grizz would trail by 11 at half, but this ain't the Louvre, and you don't just walk into FedEx Forum and steal a win on opening night. That's Ja being Ja. Coward thought the Pope could fly for a second, but KCP swings it to Santi Aldama, who gets to the rack, the hoop, the harm. 3-point play put the Grizzlies on top. A 12-0 run, and Popes can't fly, but this one does shoot threes. Kenny, KCP, Kentavious Caldwell Pope with 15 points in his first game as a Grizz. Flipped this game on its head and called Jaren Jackson Jr. South Memphis hype man, because all he does is shut you down. One of his 6 blocks last night. Grizz up 104-100 in the fourth. Jalen Wells, the steal, put a little Cougar gold on that one. A Coug-to-Coug alley-oop as Coward throws it down. He was 100% from the field, 14 points off the bench. Also, he did this. Big block on Herb Jones. Ja Morant on the attack. Grizz go up 3, and you know where this is going. Up 2 with less than a minute. Hey, can I borrow your phone? Because it's time to call 12. The kiss off the glass. The wave to your mom, and Ja with 35 on opening night as the Grizz win 128-122. Woo! In the words of Glow, let her cook. That was the song they played. No, all we do is win last night.
They played Let Her Cook?
Really threw me off.
Okay.
The streamers fell. Glow wasn't even here. She was supporting Brandon Ingram at the Raptors Hawks game.
Oh, I forgot.
Gotta get her back. We gotta get our girl back. Anyway, the Grizzlies win opening night. It's always more fun when you get a win on opening night at FedEx Forum. It was looking a little dicey there early on, and then again in the third quarter, a couple double-digit deficits for the Grizzlies, but ultimately they used that big 41-point third quarter, come back, win this one. I forgot how fun it is to watch Ja Morant play the game of basketball. Hot take, our chat question of the day. What was the best thing about the Grizzlies last night? Ja's 30-plus point night, one of the options. Jaren 6 blocks, Ja's floater. Why'd you put 2 Ja options in the poll? Who's making these polls?
Because he was special last night. What do you mean?
He was special last night. And then Coward's regular
that
season
floater
NBA
was incredible.
debut.
Oh, wait, that floater was incredible.
It was.
It's something to be able to make a floater over somebody taller than you. Something else entirely to kiss the floater off the top part of the backboard.
Kiss off the glass.
Into the bucket, right? And with the game on the line and the way that it was, late situation, Pete brought it up last night. Ja was top 7 in the NBA in scoring in clutch situations. That's what, like a 5-point game with 5 minutes or less or something like that. And Ja did it again. All right, that floater was the thing that I'll remember most from that opening night.
Okay. That's the game winner. Cedric Coward
Game
said it was
sealer?
his game sealer.
Seal it, because they were up when that floater goes in. But
Can we call the game winner the point? Because that was wild.
It feels like, come on, man. And then he waves to his mom, lets everybody know I finished high. Hey, Mom.
Hey, Mom. And
Call
then the
me.
phone comes out.
Call me.
They say, we tried to tell you it's one of the house rules. House rule number 12. Call 12. They needed every single job point. Listen, last night was a good reminder. As long as you have Ja Morant on the basketball court, you have a chance to win any game, truly. And from the first bucket of the game throughout, I know there had been some question on how much Ja would play last night, given that he had not been able to go full out in practices. We never saw him in the preseason. He played 29 minutes, 35 points in those 25 minutes.
20 shots?
13 of 20.
20 shots, 30.
2 of 6 from 3.
Come on.
A couple of those threes were nice. Nice little step backs. He took a scary tumble. It was right after Jaren Jackson Jr. fouled out, and I was like, "Oh my God, we cannot be doing this again."
It was another one of those like that happens sometimes. But boy, is it weird when your players go down injured and that happens. Where I forget who the Pelicans player was, like stepped on the outside of Ja's ankle. It's like, oh, yes. Thank God it's raped.
Excuse me?
It's wrapped.
Holy moly, CJ. Let's rewind.
Thank God
it's braced.
It's wrapped, and the ankle braces.
Those ankle braces are elite.
If you could put a high top on for me. Thank you, Jacob. I
Please
appreciate it.
Slowly remove CJ from the equation. I asked him for his help this morning, and all I get is a misspeak. Ja was great. The other standout last night was Cedric Coward, who comes off the bench, goes 5 of 5 from the field, 4 of 4 from the free throw line, also had 3 rebounds, an assist, and 2 steals, 14 points in his NBA debut. The streets are wild about Cedric Coward this morning, as they should be. As they should be, because you come off a preseason where the rust was there and you saw little flashes, but they oftentimes came at the end of games, and you had a lot of haters crawling out of their holes early on saying, oh, this is the rookie you're resting so much hope on with a high ceiling this year. And then last night you saw the athleticism, the more than the athleticism, the power that comes in Cedric Coward's game. Cedric in transition was phenomenal. It didn't make the highlight reel because we can only make them 90 seconds, so they fit on Instagram. But the pump fake that he had, the headiness of that pump fake on the fast break where he ended up having the nice lay-in, the alley-oop from Jalen Wells. Jalen Wells after the game said that might have been our first ever Coug-to-Coug alley-oop in NBA history. I don't know if that's 100% true, but I'm going to go with it because you know the Pac-12 will never die with me, and I will always have a party in the Palouse here in Memphis with 2 former WSU players on one team. But that was the version of Cedric Coward that gets you tantalized about the future, about what he could be, about him elevating the ceiling for this team far faster than the Patience Project. And again, I should say off the bat, it's one game. It's one game. But one game is for recklessly hypothesizing the rest of the way. And I don't think it's that reckless to say you should be pretty happy with what you saw from Cedric Coward last night.
Yeah, man, you got to be. Show me you're good at something. I don't care what it is, but if you're a lottery pick, if you're somebody team has traded up to get, and they're telling me that you can be a contributor on a team that has playoff aspirations, all right, cool. Show me you're good at something. And last night, Cedric Coward was phenomenal in transition. And then all the things that we call the little things, the loose ball things, the rotations defensively, the keeping guys in front of him on the defensive side of the ball, the block towards the end of the game on that drive to the basket.
On Herb Jones,
Was it Jones? on Herb Jones going to the rim. Right? Show me you can do something good. And he showed that last night. And it was, listen, I know they ended up blowing the little bit of a cushion that the Grizzlies had. But that Coward Wells, who else was out there? Javon and
Kenny Caldwell-Pope.
No. Who's the dog that you guys people like? Cam Spencer.
Spencer.
When those four were on the court, and I think Jaren was out there also, I was like, okay, this kind of feels fun.
Well, the
this
reason
feels fun.
I know it was Javon because my favorite sequence of the night was the Wells to Coward alley-oop, which was followed immediately by Javon Small on the other end, ripping the ball right out of Trey Murphy's hands. And Javon Small is the epitome of someone who doesn't show up in the box score last night. He didn't score, but in 19 minutes, he ended up being a +6 in the plus-minus. At one point, I looked at the plus-minus, which, yeah, we know it's a flawed stat, but like your eyeballs tell you, and then it checks out, and you're like, oh, yeah, that feels right. When Javon Small and Cedric Coward were in the game yesterday, felt significant. And what Javon Small
plus
did...
20?
Plus 24.
Okay.
Plus 24.
All right.
Pretty good. But Javon Small, he gets thrust into this backup point guard by necessity off the bat of the season with no Ty Jerome, no Scottie Pippen Jr., and he has 3 assists and 1 turnover. And the turnover was early, and turnovers for the Grizzlies as a whole early. I think 12 of them came in the first half.
7 in the second.
7 in the second, so they cleaned things up a bit, but 17 overall. And just the levelness of Javon Small was very impressive. All the rookies on the court. Like I know Jeremiah Fears ends up getting punked a bit at the end after the Ja point as he blows past him. But even Ja after the game was very complimentary of Jeremiah Fears. I love that kid. Like he's really fun to watch. And he was really good last night for the Pelicans. But for the Grizzlies, it struck me such a mix of old, new, young, veterans, and it all kind of came together. Omax Prosper, I thought was awesome. We didn't know who would be, like that first 8-man rotation. Tomas Isolo ends up going 11 deep yesterday, but who's going to be, first, second, third off the bench? And it's Santi and Omax, who are the first at the check-in table. And Omax comes in, and immediately, like, you squint a little bit, and you think, that's Brandon Clark-esque from Omax Prosper. And it was such a stark lack of athleticism versus the Pelicans early on in that game that when Omax went in, it was so clear, like, oh, he can bounce. Oh, he's rangy. Oh, he can get to the basket. He can really operate out of that dunker spot, which is such a clutch thing, especially when playing alongside someone like a John Morant. And so you got good stuff from him. I thought Kenny Caldwell-Pope had a really tough first half, and then next thing you know, you're seeing him knock down a couple of threes and also just making veteran plays, like when they're on the break and it's Cedric and Javon, and they're really excited, and then what does Kenny Caldwell-Pope do? Like, pulls it out, ultimately fires off the 3 from the top of the key. It was the right shot. I thought he just added a calmness, which is what you want from your veteran players. It was a good overall production from a team that is missing 5 players. Like, there are 5 players on the injury list at this point. Game 1 of the season. And so the fact that you're able to put it together, get the win last night against a Pelicans team that they want to be better in the Western Conference. They want to compete. But you, at least for one night, were able to solidify, like, hey, as of now, we're better than this team in the West.
Yeah, and that's step one. You gotta beat bad teams.
Like I said, you can't win 82 if you don't win number 1. You know how it goes.
Up until, the foul thing is always going to be a thing with Jaren. That's just something that I've accepted. But up to that point, like, come on, man. What he was doing around the rim on the defensive side of the ball, and in that third quarter where he ends up taking over the game and helping get the Grizzlies on that nice little run that they had, it's like, yo, if Jaren and Ja can be that, then, hey, sign me up. Yeah. Sign me up. If Jaren and Ja can be 30, 20 damn near and 6 or 7, and the 6 or 7 being blocks, that is really, really impressive what Jaren Jackson Jr. was able to do towards the end of that. Well, not end of it, but in the game in its entirety. And then you throw it to Ja towards the end of the game and just let him take over. Yeah, that's why that duo being healthy is so important. That's why they matter so very, very much. I understand that the fouls, I don't remember I hadn't looked at the box score, forgive me. So I don't know what he did rebounding wise.
Jaren, he had 8.
Come on, man. 18, 8, and 6, 18, 8, and 7. How many blocks
And I
he
know
had?
he was frustrated after the game because he did foul out. And that is it's a fair narrative because it happens. And foul trouble has been something that Jaren's had to deal with. I did really appreciate Coach Isolo's comments as it pertained to like how you balance finding trust in your player and not fouling out your player for them, allowing him to be on the court. And I think you could make the argument that especially right before Jaren picked up that 4th foul, like if you could do it over again, probably would have had Jaren out of the game. But he wasn't. So he picks up the 4th. He plays through that 3rd quarter. And I don't know how many of his blocks came in the 3rd, at least
felt like 2
or 3 of them. But he was still able to operate as an effective paint presence. He was getting to his spots. I thought he was more aggressive offensively. He also had the run early on in terms of Jaren identifying mismatches and always operating as a walking mismatch a lot of times.
Listen,
Poor Hunter Dickinson is finally out of Kansas.
My guy.
Welcome to the NBA. Jaren Jackson Jr. is going to back you down.
I feel like Hunter and Jaren played in college.
At the same time?
I feel like I've seen Hunter go
there
up
is
against
no way.
Jaren in college.
He's old, but he's not that old. He's only 24.
Only?
Jaren's 26, right? Yeah.
Okay. All right. Just missed him.
Hunter got to Michigan in 2020.
Okay. All right. I just remember watching Hunter try and guard Michigan State players. Like, oh gosh, here we go again with this. But it was good to see Jaren go out there, like you said, and take advantage of mismatches. Jaren has a tendency, and he's gotten so much better at it with shot selection, to fall in love with taking open threes. And he did that in the first half. Like, yo, all right, Jaren, you clanked some of these threes. Will you please get underneath on the block and go to work? And 3rd quarter comes, and that's where he's at, and he's going to work. And had he not been in foul trouble, I would expect there would have been much more offensive production from Jaren in that game. Just got to find a way to stay out of foul trouble best he can. But when you're a shot blocker, why can I not speak this morning? When you're a shot blocker like Jaren is, you want to go out there and you want to contest everything. So go contest it. Just don't pick up the dumb foul. Don't pick up the foul that fouled you out where you're clearly
dumb fouls
pushing the guy on the screen, right? Just let that go. Get in good position. Don't pick up the silly ticky-tack charges, and Jaren will be fine.
I know a lot of people had thoughts on Santi Aldama, particularly early in last night's game. I will say, he had the take to the basket with the and one and made the free throw to give the Grizzlies the lead in that 3rd quarter. And when Jaren fouled out and Jock Landale was out.
Fouled out also.
And Santi's in at the end, along with Cedric Coward. They were able to get it done. Now, Yves Missi got hurt for the Pelicans, which took their biggest player out of the game, which was helpful with all of those occurrences. But I thought Santi had a double block on Zion Williamson in this game.
Yeah. Santi had a couple.
There were some moments. I know offensively it was a not great performance. He was 2 of 7 from the field. He was 0 of 3 from 3. But there were positives to Santi's game last night.
I don't know what the rebounding is for him either, but it felt like he and Jaren in particular were making more of a concerted effort to box out. Right? There was a rebound Santi got off of a Zion missed free throw. And it's like Santi's not getting that rebound at any other point in time in his career, where he goes up and somebody goes up over the top of him, and instead of falling forward, he's strong, he holds his position, and he gets the board. Jaren had a couple of good box outs that didn't result in him getting a rebound, but it resulted in the Grizzlies team getting the rebound. So I feel like there's been more of a concerted effort made, especially with those two in particular, like, hey, we're going to need y'all to play bigger than what y'all have been playing in your careers. Get out there and box out and bang.
Especially right now.
And I think they won last night. It's one game, and they did that. So kudos to them.
I said going into this, 3 games and 4 nights at FedEx Forum to start the season. I would have done anything for at least one of the wins. I would love for it to be a 3-0 start to the season. You want that win on opening night. Yeah. It just feels so much better. And God, it felt so bad for a small smidgen of time there early on. But
that first quarter was not a great quarter.
Was it?
Ja brought it up in the walk-off with Rob. Ja was like, hey, when we go to practice, we're gonna work on this, and this. And we're also gonna work on being ready to go from tip.
That's a great start. Right. I love to hear that. Ja with 35. Grizzlies win 128-122. We'll talk a little bit more about the game experience. Awesome night at FedEx Forum. The crowd. I had a conversation with one of the Pelicans broadcasters on their way out that I will tell you about. It was good complimentary for the FedEx Forum experience last night. But we got to get to Teresa Walker. She is a big-time celebrity, a capital S-T-A-R. She was featured on NFL Countdown last weekend. We'll talk to her about that experience. Also a look ahead at Week 8 in the NFL. That's Teresa after a quick break.
Grizz Nation, don't foul out on dinner plans. Hit Sticks Express in downtown Memphis instead. Fresh hibachi, steak, shrimp, sushi tacos, and yes, our legendary sake slushy to keep things cool. Order online with code STIX901, STIX 901, and knock 10% off your tab. It's the perfect pick and roll for game night. Sticks Express, fast, fresh, always a slam dunk. And hey, come see us at our Collierville location too.
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GVWR.
Look, I say a lot of dumb stuff. I try to keep it in front of large groups. Seems to go better that way.
Big Dumb Eyes World Tour.
When you say something dumb one-on-one, it's a lot for that person. I'll say it, then I can just feel that they feel the weight of my life on their shoulders.
Tickets and info at NateBargatze.com. Don't miss the Big Dumb Eyes World Tour. Nate Bargatze.
The Grizzlies tip off their 25th season in Memphis Wednesday, October 22nd at 7 o'clock against the New Orleans Pelicans. Presented by Pinnacle Financial Partners. Arrive early as the first 5,000 fans in attendance will receive a Grizzlies 25th anniversary t-shirt designed by Good Hippie. Get your tickets at Grizzlies.com/tickets today. Grizz Nation, turn up at FedEx Forum as the Grizzlies tip off their 25th season in Memphis with a 3-game homestand. To celebrate, fans can take advantage of tickets for as low as $25 for the first 3 games of the season against the Pelicans, Heat, and Pacers. But you'll want to hustle as inventory is limited. Visit Grizzlies.com/tickets today.
I have never seen someone talk that much trash to a Memphis Tigers basketball team.
Yeah, you were talking crazy.
I had a dunk. I remember I turned to the stands and some lady, probably in her 70s, was giving it to me. I was like, sit down. I'm walking out the arena, cups or beer. Oh my God.
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Jeff Dunham, Artificial Intelligence, his all-new tour.
You're the other white meat. How can you be so smart on one hand and so stupid on the other?
Well, you're half of it.
I realize I could have avoided all this years ago with one simple word. I do not. Silence!
Don't miss a Memphis. Friday, April 10th, FedEx Forum. Tickets on sale Monday, September 29th at jeffdunham.com.
Welcome back, welcome back. It is Thursday. That means it is time to catch up with Teresa Walker of the Associated Press. She joins us every Thursday. She joins us this morning. And Teresa, we of course have to talk to you about your NFL Live appearance, your NFL Countdown appearance, I should say, your experience with Mike Vrabel being back in town and the Tennessee Titans losing another game. But I did want to start with the NBA because as I was getting ready for work this morning, I received a breaking news notification that fell straight out of a dramatic television show here on day 3 of the NBA season, We first found out that Miami Heat guard Terry Rozier was arrested this morning by the FBI, along with numerous arrests. And that part is important, the numerous arrests, because we then found out later in the morning that one of those other arrests is current Portland Trailblazers head coach Chauncey Billups, who has also been arrested by the FBI for alleged illegal gambling. There is going to be a press conference with FBI Director Kash Patel at the top of the hour. What was your reaction to this news that I won't say sprung out of nowhere? This has obviously been an issue within the NBA. We had the Jonte Porter situation. Malik Beasley continues to hang in the balance, according to Pablo Torre and other reporting. And we knew something was going along with Terry Rozier, but the Chauncey Billups piece of it really was one of those, oh my God, what is happening?
He coached last night for the Portland Trailblazers. I mean, yeah, it's kind of stunning news. We wake up and I'm scrolling and refreshing and it's just crazy. So yeah, there's a news conference coming up at the top of the hour. And yeah, the NBA is not saying anything just yet, but you know, the AP is saying that my company, that it's in connection with sports betting, and that's the thing. How deep is this? What does it entail? I saw one tweet that, you know, tried to indicate that maybe Terry Rozier did something in 23 to affect a bet. And it's like that. I mean, I remember it a couple years ago when Titans tackle Nicholas Petit-Frere was suspended for 6 games because he bet on not the NFL, but something else. He was allowed to bet on other stuff, but he did it from the Titans facility. And that's what got him suspended, even if it was shortened for 4 games to 2 games to 4 games for the suspension. But they take this seriously. And depending on the kind of betting you're doing, and if you do something to affect the outcome of games, you can't do that. Those are crimes. And that will get you in trouble, not just with your league and not just cost you potentially your job, but could cost you jail time and get you in front of a judge. And that's where it becomes much, much scarier.
Do we know, is the Chauncey, because I haven't had a chance to look into it yet, is the Chauncey Billups thing gambling on basketball, or is it the high stakes poker thing like Gilbert got popped for?
They're making it seem that these are separate but related cases. So according to this ABC News report, it's Chauncey Billups charged in an illegal poker operation tied to the mafia. And then you have Terry Rozier along with former Cleveland Cavaliers player and assistant coach Damon Jones, who were charged in a separate but related illegal gambling case. They are among 6 people charged today with turning professional basketball into a criminal gambling operation by using inside information to place unlawful wagers, law enforcement told ABC News.
Do we know which mafia? Is it the Israeli dude again?
Because that was the Gilbert Arenas
Gilbert got
poker
popped
ring.
for the Israeli.
No, we don't know at this point. So this is all speculation. This is all alleged, reported. You don't have to play the song, but we know where we're at
Only
with
play
this
it when
point.
it's trade season.
I'm curious your take on this, Teresa, because sports betting has never been hotter. It continues to permeate its way into every single corner of the league. I mean, even watching the NBA on NBC coverage that we were incredibly complimentary of and was such a wonderful experience. There's constant talk of parlays and player props and game outcomes. And it just seems like a difficult line to toe between this is such a big part of sports now, but also when it pertains to the players and the coaches, there's still a pretty clear line. This is a no-no. Like, this is a giant red line that you cannot cross. How do you think it's not just an NBA thing, even though this is the big story of the day involving the NBA, but how do we go forward with all of this?
It's a great question, because that's the thing. I mean, between gambling and apps, and I'll just say this, when I'm trying to do capsules and things for Titan games, if I'm at the Titans facility, I cannot look up the money line, and who's favored in this game. I can't look those sites up when I'm at the Titans facility because they're simply blocked. So, but that's the thing, you can't block this stuff when players and coaches go home and they're surrounded by it. Why? Because they have family, friends, and it is everywhere. I mean, you can't turn on a radio or TV without, or flip open to an app or website without an ad popping up. So it is everywhere. And temptation is strong for people, and that's the thing. It's easy enough to say don't do that. Actually, not doing that is tough. People are human, and sometimes people make mistakes, and there's that problem when you go from a mistake that can cost you your job to something that can land you in jail.
And we know these people, because we do it with regular people, participate in just everyday gambling that happens. Right, like we've heard stories about teams on planes participating in, we're gonna bet a hand on poker, we're gonna bet a card game, and so.
Hey CJ, don't we all remember what happened on the flight back from LA with Tony and OJ?
I wasn't gonna bring it up, Teresa. I wasn't gonna bring it up because some people might not have been alive, but somebody did get walloped for playing with somebody's money, right? But we know that happens, and so. Like Chauncey Billups might not be involved, again, just speculating, on the betting on basketball, which is a cardinal sin in sports side of things. I can't wait to see how all of this is connected.
Right.
Because if it's Chauncey Billups, much like Gilbert Arenas, where it is, hey, I played poker with some guys who I knew. I didn't know a member of the Israeli mob was there. I didn't know that's a member of some other type of mafia, criminal organization, enterprise was there. I just sat down to play poker with people and try and win a little bit of money. If it's that type situation, I think we should. Big
amounts of money.
Huge amounts of money.
Massive
I think
amounts of money.
we should move that over to the side and not compare that, not tie that in and link that up with the same type of punishments that Rozier and quite possibly Beasley are in line to receive. The way they're all connected is fascinating to me. We were trying to figure out before the show, Pablo Torre found out about this, and we were trying to figure out the name of the guy who ran the gambling enterprise that got Porter and we thought was going to get Beasley as well. And I feel like Gilbert Arenas came up in that from a poker standpoint. But if not, they all happen kind of simultaneously. If this is a lot of different people, and so I understand the conversation about, it's a lot of different people, you got to get these things under control. But if it's a lot of different people, but just one situation, I think that you change how you don't necessarily have to change everything all that much from a rule standpoint to make sure that nobody else is doing it. It seems like, much like Pixar in the 90s, how they sat down at lunch and came up with like 15 great movies. It seemed like all these dudes got together this one time and did all of this gambling, and that situation is what the FBI is getting a grasp of and trying to get to the bottom of as they chase mobsters and mafiosos, Israeli and otherwise.
Yes. The name just came to me, CJ. Moose. But I have to go back and re-listen to the Pablo Torre Finds Out podcast because now I've been in Kawhi Leonard and aspiration land for the last few weeks. So I have to refamiliarize myself with the Malik Beasley component and Moose and Jonte Porter and all of this. But I do agree. The biggest question that we're left with this morning is, what does connected but related mean? Are they just trying to do this all at the same time? Or is there a genuine connection between these two things where a poker game with the mafia is more sinister or lends in the same sinister Venn diagram territory as betting on basketball? And that's what we don't know.
And who the hell else is involved?
That too.
Because if Gilbert
because getting a Chauncey Billups notification this morning was insane.
Like what other NBA players and personnel are there, former and otherwise?
Like this man just coached.
Also, the third thing that I most want to know is, what the hell did Gilbert say? He came out of that courtroom skipping, or came out of that jailhouse skipping. He's like, oh, no, I told. I absolutely told.
That's right.
Oh.
On those steps.
They're not getting me.
Teresa, you mentioned that you were able to listen to some of the Grizzlies game last night. Grizzlies got a win on opening night. What stood out to you from this team in their opening night win?
Well, Javon Small, Cedric Coward. I mean, let's face it, Cedric Coward, when the Grizzlies made that move draft night, and it's like he played 6 games last year, 6 games. Yeah, there was a worry bubble, I think, that went up over every Grizzlies fan's head, because you're like, wait a minute, what did they get here? And watching what he did last night, pretty impressive debut for a rookie. So I got to think that when this team, gets other pieces back, that this could be a very interesting mix. But that's a strong debut by any rookie, and for a guy that we didn't know much about. And then the thing that we've all come to know and expect, but it's still fun to watch, is when Ja takes over and finishes it out.
It's one of the most fun things in sports, in my opinion. I get to watch it in person, so I might be a little biased, but it really is one of the greatest shows. And as you're watching the highlights trickle through from the NBA last night, be it Victor Wembanyama, which we'll talk about later because that man's not real, or Giannis Antetokounmpo. Yeah, he is alien. You know that woman on the plane who was like,
yeah,
that MFer isn't real. She was seeing early signs of Victor Wembanyama in her life. Teresa, it's been a very exciting week for you, I would imagine. A very busy week for you as it pertains to the social space, because you were featured on ESPN last Sunday, which I was able to watch live, which was fantastic, leading up to the Patriots-Titans game and Mike Vrabel's return. And they did a whole feature on the tradition that Mike Vrabel had in asking you the first question at every Titans press conference. That's a tradition he has carried on with another woman reporter in New England at this point, now that he's with the Patriots. But what did you think of the piece, and what has it been like for you dealing with the response of everybody talking about how awesome you are?
Well, when you're used to creating the content and you don't have the final edit, there's always apprehension. So watching it in the press box before, I'm literally doing inactives, and I've got an earbud in and I'm watching it on my phone, and it's like, okay, that was better than I thought. It turned out well. The fun thing is, before everything started absolutely blowing up, my son, who has literally worked with me at Titans games, has helped me at NCAA tournaments. He knows what I do for a living. He's grown up around it. He actually majored in journalism. He texts me, seeing me on ESPN, even though I've written words that they have used on ESPN for decades, he's like, oh, this is cool. And my phone blew up. Okay, I have gotten texts from people I have, either covered or dealt with over the years. People from California to Texas to Ohio, you name it. And then the AP corporate account tweeted it out. 2.6 million views there alone, in addition to what Mike Reese did out of the ESPN tweet itself. And then my son texts me on Sunday night, and it's like, look at what it's doing on TikTok. And it's like, that impressed him as well. It's like, boy, it's doing the numbers there. And look at the comments. They love you. And it's like, well, who doesn't?
I love, and she's so humble. But you actually are humble, which is the funny part. And it's been really enjoyable to see people's response of how awesome you are. And also just what was a very cool tradition from Mike Vrabel. And I know it's something that you genuinely appreciated in his time there.
It was, because you know how it is when you're in a group of media and a lot of guys, and you're trying to get that question in. Sometimes, I'm sorry, I don't like to yell. I don't like to interrupt. I like calm and peaceful manners. I love how the Grizzlies do it, raising a hand, handing a microphone, so that there's a little bit of manners to a situation. So Mike doing that was really, really fun. And the side piece, I got to meet Karen Guregian from the Patriots. She's been doing sports for 40 years. And she says that every now and then Mike will slip and say Teresa. And I said, well, next time just say, still Karen, Mike. Still Karen. But it was so much fun. And I tried to get downstairs for the post game for the Patriots. I was joking with Karen, we'll Freaky Friday him. But I'm literally at the Patriots door ready to go in and get a seat for postgame, and I get a message from my editor, and it just goes to show kids that you can be a veteran, experienced, and still you got to make sure you dot your I's and cross your T's. I had closed my story. It was closed. There was no lock sign on it. I tell my folks in New York, it's there, edit, I go. I don't make sure that they actually have it and can open it. Technology. Locked the story, opened it up back up on my laptop. I still don't know how that happened, but I had to literally run up 2 flights of stairs, actually three flights of stairs, to get back to the press box and close that story so it could go out to the rest of the country.
I love that you still had to just do your job. You get all the praise, all the clicks, all the views. got to do the job, and sometimes technology gets in the way. Happens to the best of us. The Titans get in their way of being a good football team. How's that for a transition? We saw some better offensive productivity in the first 2 drives for the Titans, but ultimately same result. Some bad moments from Cam Ward, a really bad turnover there late in the game. What did you see from their first game post-firing of Callahan and how they're able to build on something from that?
Well, the plus was that they scored more points in that first quarter with 10 than they had scored in the first quarter combined through the first 6 games. Think about that. They'd been outscored 47-9 in the first quarter going into Sunday.
That's not good.
And they led after that first quarter 10-3. So, instead of finishing, well, we can't call that in Arizona a finish because they were literally given that game. But so that was nice. And Cam Ward threw for 255 yards. He had a decent passer rating. But for a second straight week, he had the ball slip out of his hand. As before, he wasn't sacked when he wasn't in the process of being taken to the ground. The ball came out for a second straight week, and then he's sacked. It's picked up at the 4, easy touchdown, and 14 points in 11 seconds. That was the ball game. And worse, Jeffery Simmons played 12 snaps, hamstring. He is week to week. L'Jarius Sneed was hurt later in that game. Quad, same issue that he had last year before landing on IR. We're told yesterday he's going to be out sometime, and they're evaluating whether IR is where he goes. So just when you think you see some light at the end of the tunnel, no, it's a train. In this version, it's injuries now hitting this team. In the injury report, there were 11 guys who did not practice yesterday. Only 3 of them were guys getting rest days. So that's 8 guys, and a handful of those, either couldn't finish the game last week or didn't even play in the game last week. Yeah, just when you think it can't get worse, we're finding out there's we haven't gotten to that 9th level of hell yet.
How do things move forward on the Jeffery Simmons front, Teresa? He's one of their most valuable pieces. Do you foresee him staying? How realistic are the trade rumors that are constantly surrounding him at this point in the season? How do you see this going?
I think a lot of the trade talk about him is teams wanting him. I mean, you look over and you see how he started the season, and it's like, ooh, I'd like to take that car off the lot and put it in my driveway. But the Titans know they're in a rebuilding situation. You don't trade the one guy that you've got under contract. I think he's under contract through 27 after his extension. So, you don't get rid of that guy. He is in his prime. You're trying to survive with him. You're trying to build around something. You take him off this defense. My God, what do you have? So, I saw one report that the only 2 untouchable pieces are Cam Ward and Jeffery Simmons, and that's accurate. Although I wouldn't be getting rid of Tavondre Sweat. He's in his 2nd year. Some of these pieces, it's like, it's why the Jarvis Brownlee trade early in September did not make any sense, because he was in his 2nd year. He started last year as a rookie, and it's like, I find a way to get that young man's attention if it was just simply, I'm going to keep playing this way, and the defensive coordinator's like, no, we want it different. We don't want that. We don't want the penalties. You got to play fit. So it's like that trade still makes no sense, especially now with L'Jarius Sneed hurt. So I'll just say this: they need to send a fruit basket to the Cardinals at Christmas, because literally, guys, I won't be surprised if that is the only win that they finish with this season.
Do you even send a fruit basket, or you just admit that you at least were able to not fumble a gift?
Not fruit basket is good. What's the cake that everybody hates around Christmas?
Oh,
the what?
Fruit cake.
Fruit cake.
Fruit cake.
Send them a fruit
A
cake.
fruit cake.
Send them a fruit cake.
A stale fruit cake that's been sitting on the counter for 2 years.
Send them one from last year.
Last year's fruitcake that you
Last year's
didn't eat, and
yeah,
you just
send it
packaged
to 'em.
up and put in your freezer.
Yeah. But they play the Colts for the 2nd time this season. That's odd also. That it's October and they're already done with
I love a 6-1
division
versus 1-6.
What are you looking
division matchup?
This is the 2nd time. The first time didn't go good. What can you see outside of a win? Because I don't think that's going to happen. Outside of a win, Teresa, what could you see to say, okay, that they're continuing to progress, or they are progressing in a more positive fashion in this matchup against the Colts?
CJ, the standards are low. Extend drives. Don't go 3 and out so much. They're at the bottom of the NFL of so many offensive categories. So anything that keeps them on the field, allows them to chew up the clock, will be a win. That's where we're at with this franchise. It's not looking to the win-loss column. It's like, can they literally stay on the field? Can they score more touchdowns? I mean, they've got 4 offensive touchdowns this season. 4. And we're in week 8 of the NFL season. I mean, yes, this is easily the most
Wait, you
challenging.
said they got 4 touchdowns?
4 offensive touchdowns.
So
they had 3 coming into last week.
Cam Ward has more lost fumbles than Titans have offensive touchdowns on the season.
Yes,
he's got
he has 5. He's got 5 fumbles, 5 interceptions, so 10 total turnovers. That's another thing. Don't turn over the ball, Cam. He said he asked Sunday, how do you avoid that? And he gripped the ball tighter. Okay, don't let it slip out of your hand again. Okay, not unless you're being tossed to the carpet like a rag doll in the teeth of a Great Dane. Hold on to that ball. Don't turn it over. Try not to. That's where we're at. Don't throw interceptions. Guys, the youth movement for this franchise in a rebuilding year is fully underway. They've played 8 rookies this last weekend. Jeffery Simmons, if you want signs of progress, 4 catches, 4 passes thrown to him in that first quarter, 70 yards, including the 38-yard touchdown. Get the ball more to him. Gunnar Helm, Alec Iamaner, and Tyler Lockett released yesterday. Jeffery Simmons had as many yards in that first quarter as Tyler Lockett had through the first 6 weeks of the season. So let's go. Let's play these young kids and try to find the right direction somewhere.
I couldn't let you go without talking about the real football team in Nashville, which is the Vanderbilt Commodores. And God, I love having that be a legitimate statement. Someone came up to me last night at the Grizzlies game and was like, Jessica, do you think we really have a chance to make the college football playoff? And I said, who's we? They go, Vanderbilt. And I, one, loved that they would just think that I automatically jumped to the conclusion that we were talking about Vanderbilt football, and that's my reputation. And 2, I said, yeah, there is a legitimate path forward where you make the college football playoff. What's your belief level in this Vanderbilt team going into yet another ranked matchup with Mizzou coming to town? College game day will be there. It should be an electric atmosphere in Nashville on Saturday.
High, because they're favored yet again. I mean, we're seeing something that hasn't been done since, they're ranked number 10 in the AP poll, first time since 1947. If they reach 7, guys, that was 1937. We're talking about the nascent stages of the SEC and the AP poll for them to be doing what they're doing this season. And, Clark Lee's like, we talked about doing this in January. We're ready for this moment. This is what we've been working for all year long, and everything that comes with it, including game day and all the attention. So it's now just go out and take it. And guys, at the beginning of the season, it's like you look at that game at Texas next week and it's like, ooh, I don't know. But right now, Vanderbilt should be favored to go into that game if they win on Saturday. How insane is that? I've got to look up which was the last year that they started 7-1, because we are going in the Wayback Machine at this point, and it's fun.
It's not insane for me, a believer from day one of the Diego experience.
Sorry, did you see the block by Cade McConnell,
Yes.
their left guard? Not just one patent cake, not just 2, but don't even think about getting up off of that rug. I mean, this team is fun to watch, and that's what makes it so enjoyable. Sold out crowd on Saturday, second straight week. They've had 4 already, and Auburn game in November sold out. So get on board, people.
What's it, anchor down?
Anchor down.
Anchor down,
And-
Teresa.
Yes, and I can't do that with my hand, but I'll just say this. For all the years of the jokes, why do you anchor down? It just slows you down and means you're not doing anything. Well, right now, who's laughing? Not the people in West End.
Certainly not them. Teresa, thank you so much for joining us as always. Consensual heart hands your way. We love you when you're on ESPN and every day. We'll talk to you next week. Bye. That was Teresa Walker of the Associated Press. We will take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll give some final thoughts from Grizzlies opening night, go around the rest of the NBA with some surprising outcomes from last night's action, some incredible incredible performances as well. And an interesting anecdote on this whole FBI gambling bust that I just find fascinating timing. We'll talk about it when we come back.
The boy is mine.
You ready? I've been ready. What are we waiting for?
The boy is mine.
Nate Bargatze.
Look, I say a lot of dumb stuff. I try to keep it in front of large groups. Seems to go better that way.
Big Dumb Eyes World Tour.
When you say something dumb one-on-one, it's a lot for that person. I'll say it, then I can just feel that they feel the weight of my life on their shoulders.
Tickets and info at NateBargatze.com. Don't miss the Big Dumb Eyes World Tour. Nate Bargatze.
Just walking through FedEx Forum, what's that been like for you?
To be back here knowing that this is going to help St. Jude, it's going to recognize Fred Smith. Yeah. Come on now, what he did as an individual. It's going to highlight the city and that what this great place is. There's not many cities like Memphis.
The Gary Parrish Show, live on weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Intelligence, his all-new tour.
You're the other white meat. How can you be so smart on one hand and so stupid on the other?
Well, you're half of it.
I realize I could have avoided all this years ago with one simple word. I do not. Silence!
Don't miss a Memphis. Friday, April 10th, FedEx Forum. Tickets on sale Monday, September 29th at jefftudham.com.
We have to notice the sleeve.
Not quite. Just a
Come
little
on.
something.
But you
Just a
said
little.
you're going to add more to it. It's going to.
I will. It'll get there.
Go up.
Tom Lee
Park.
but
Tom Lee Park. What? I
got a
saw
little
the
bridge there too.
Oh, I saw the Grizz Bear, but I didn't see Tom Lee Park.
That's real love right there. You can't cover that up, Zach. You can't cover that up.
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Welcome back, welcome back. We are live at 8:57 a.m. Central Time, so we are precluding the FBI press conference with this NBA bust that happened this morning involving Terry Rozier and Chauncey Billups. I was scrolling during the break and was reminded it was just yesterday that the NCAA passed new rules where college athletes and school staff can bet on pro sports now, starting November 1st. And all three divisions voted to approve the change. I just find this fascinating timing, not connected at all, but just these lines keep getting blurred, and I don't understand how we get out of this gambling, like, complete tsunami that is involving sports.
Why do we need to get out of it?
Because I think it's going to ruin, I'm going to sound really old, the integrity of the sport. I think it's going to make a lot of people, not me, maybe not you, maybe not people who are committed to the sports world, but there are a lot of people who already doubt the validity of the legitimacy of sports. And if you continue to tarnish that, you will get to a point where people are like, I don't want to follow this. Why should I care about this? This is
but it's not
all part of a constant gambling.
It's not a large number of people, though, is it? And again, it's just one situation, and it's nobody like super prominent.
Chauncey Billups is an active coach, and I get it.
And
He's not involved in the betting on basketball.
To
what we know right now,
what we know
all we know is that he is
now,
involved in gambling with a crime organization, the mafia. We don't know which mafia.
Yeah, we can.
And it is, for whatever reason, being attached at the same time as arrests being made for players either altering games or betting on games, as is the case with Terry Rozier.
We can try
what he's being accused of.
We can figure this all out after we get all of the information, which I'm assuming is going to come real soon. Now, get more of the information, and you and I can have a chance to sit down and take an actual look at it. Because right now we're just going off of the dome, and this is not the best way to talk about something like this. But I will say, like, if you're getting popped for high stakes poker and possibly not paying taxes on the winnings from the high stakes poker, like, okay, that has nothing to do with sports at all.
The only problem will be if the high stakes poker group, the organizers of the high stakes poker, are connected to or are also the organizers of whatever ring is responsible for the player bets.
Yes, that would be the problem.
Yes.
But if I'm not involved in that, and it doesn't seem like Chauncey Billups, and I'm blanking on my man, the coach up in Cleveland. It doesn't seem like they are, as of right now.
Damon Jones.
As of right now, those two, it's from the reports that I've seen and the tweets that I've seen, they aren't involved in the sports gambling side of this. So as long as that's not the case, then you're fine. And then you're just left with 2, 3, Porter, Rozier, and Beasley. Beasley's been, I don't think Beasley's been arrested yet. So, but we all just recklessly assume and expect that that's going to come sooner rather than later. So this is absolutely a big deal. This is going to be a fun story to follow along with and watch how it all plays.
Story.
Oh, I'm having fun. This is great. This is a whodunit. This is Knives Out.
Whodunit.
This is Agatha Christie at her best. That's what this is.
Murder on the Orient Express.
Can you say that word?
It's the name of a book.
Then there were none. You told me you wouldn't say Negro League yesterday.
No, I said I would say the league. I would not say the Dolls.
Say the league then.
Mike Bove had a really funny tweet. He said the NBA is very concerned about the multiple arrests as a result of the FBI sports gambling code. Use code multiple arrests for a 30% profit boost on a 3-leg parlay with DraftKings.
Not to
the official gambling partner of the NBA.
Not to throw this out there, but Rob Fisher is giving us parlays on the FanDuel. The FanDuel app. Right? Like, come on.
That's what I was saying with the NBC broadcast. It's like
here.
DraftKings all over the place.
It's here, man. So let's figure out what this situation is. And recklessly again, just real reckless. I really think they just want to get those mobsters.
Yes,
they really want to get the mobsters, the mafia members.
This is less about the NBA. They're able to use the shock value of the NBA, and it makes it a bigger story than if it is just
that's the way it feels.
Ex-crime ring.
The way it feels to me right now. Now, news could come out and be like, oh, they bet on all of the basketball. Then it's like, oh, okay, cool.
Yes.
Well, that's something different.
We're talking about one of the largest scandals in sports history.
Yeah. Right now, it's
a TBD.
medium. It's a
TBD
medium
situation.
Medium? Because anytime anybody gets banned for life from a sport, we don't do that a whole lot.
Yeah.
Right? Like Porter's been banned for life. And if it's found out that Rozier is also wrapped up in what Porter was doing, betting on himself and props, and Beasley betting on himself and on his props, if it's found out that they're doing that, then 3 players, all of the same era, around the same time, being banned for life from a sport, that's a medium story. Sure, they're role players at best, but that's still a medium-sized story. It's not going to be smaller than
The
medium.
Pablo Torre finds out episode will be fantastic.
Stop looking into Kawhi. You've done it. We know.
We get it. Nothing's going to happen.
We know he did
Okay,
it.
speaking of, like, the way I'm able to interact with the NBA season on a Grizzlies game night is, like, did this cross the threshold where it caught my attention, right? Because I'm locked in on the game. I'm cutting highlights. I'm getting ready for the double post. I'm getting ready for the walk-off. I'm getting ready for the radio broadcast. I'm doing the radio broadcast. So I'm always like, ooh, if I actually know that this happened, that means it was a big deal. The Clippers lost to the Jazz? The Clippers lost to the Jazz 129-108. The Jazz led by as many as 37. The Jazz are tanking horribly. The Jazz need to tank better. Yes. Are they? They won a game. It's not how you capital T tank.
I mean, it's
Yeah,
still
as
it's still
Jacob just
early.
said in my ear, Kevin Love plays for the Jazz. Did he play last night? No. He's on that roster. Lauri Markkanen will have a soft tissue issue soon.
How many white players do the Jazz have?
Markkanen, Filipowski, Kessler, Mihailuk.
Love.
Is
that the new Boston? Is that just where
Nurkic.
white players want to go?
It is
There's so many.
It's Utah. Anyway, that was a
Be closer to their
wild
people.
outcome to see. The thing that caught everybody's attention and should scare everybody is Victor Wembanyama.
It's too late to be scared.
Opening night. This was the first highlight that I saw.
Oh my
this
Lord.
Stupid reverse dunk was absurd on its own. And then you put it with the other highlights from Victor Wembanyama last night. And
he's not even jumping.
Look at this.
Understand that. Like, he didn't jump that high off of the ground. That's me playing on a little person goal.
This is just stupid. Steal. Look at this pass. Oh, no look. Nice find. Way to make the highlight. The off-the-glass floater is nice. I want to get to the third highlight, although this is nice because it comes from a super freak.
Oh, my
Victor
word.
Wembanyama gets to the basket. Easy peasy. All right. Wemby block. Pew!
Oh, my goodness.
I'm sorry. Let's just give it to Wemby. Let's bring it up. Let's do a little woo, 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 oh. Yep.
No.
Step back three.
No, he's not.
Disgusting.
No.
And
No.
one.
No.
Go to
What
the
are we-
line.
What are we supposed to do with this?
No, I don't know. Contain it?
How?
We let it get out. We let him go and study and become a monk. So now he is mentally there. We let him get in the gym with Kevin Garnett. We let him continue to evolve. And now we have Duolingo'd our way to one of the largest freaks that we have ever seen in the game. Like, the game will have to adapt to Victor Wembanyama from this point forward. He had 40 points. He had 15 rebounds. He had a steal. And he had 3 blocks.
To hit me with that again?
40 points, 15 rebounds, an assist, a steal, and 3 blocks.
In year 3?
In a 125-92 win over the Dallas Mavericks. I thought defense won championships.
I mean, they held him to 92.
I'm talking about the Mavericks.
Oh, I didn't know that
That's
was
what
there.
Nico said when they traded their generational superstar, Luka Doncic.
Nico and everybody else, say whatever you want to. You know what else wins championships?
Victor Wembanyama.
The freakiest freak of all the freaks. Do you understand that?
7'7". Because that's what they're saying. He's not even the height that's listed.
Yes. Well, I believe it.
They're calling him
'cause on
7'5",
that, if you
and they're like,
go
I think
back,
he's more like 7'7".
Go back to that reverse. Victor does not jump. Victor is not
No, he
that
doesn't
high
have
off
to
of the
jump.
ground.
No.
In a league full of freaks, to be the freakiest freak, like, that's just impressive, man. There's nothing anybody can do with this. Who's guarding that? Tell me, give me 3 players.
Give me your best option.
Who you're across the NBA, in the world. Give me 3 who gonna guard that. Give me 3 all time. Wilt, Kareem. Oh, Max. Stop it, Jacob. Stop it.
When did we play the Spurs?
Hakeem? I think Hakeem could hold that. Hakeem could be
Zachary
respectable.
Edey. At least he has the size.
I do think Kareem would be respectable as well.
I mean, you
Bill
just get to this
Russell's got
point
some of
where-
that doggedness in him. Will try and bully Wemby off of
Yeah.
his spot. So maybe that. But who now? And think about those are 4 of the all-time greats.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the Admiral. Like, who else? What are we doing? Who made this?
At FBI.
Go
Avert your attention
investigate that.
here.
Go investigate that. Send the National Guard to
But
France
not
to figure
really.
out how
That's
they
a
did
bad
that.
joke right now.
Is it?
Kind of.
Oh, okay.
Is Victor Wembanyama a U.S. citizen?
Oh, no.
I don't think so.
No, but you said FBI, not ICE. If you
Oh,
had
you're
said
right,
ICE, that would have been.
Sorry, I get them confused
That would have been the
these
bad
days.
thing. Yeah.
No, but Victor Wembanyama is insane. And I look forward to him being here just so I can witness him in person. But then I also don't look forward to him being here because that means that the team that I cover, the team that I root for, is playing against Victor Wembanyama.
I caught some of ESPN this morning just walking by, and they said that before last night, I think Victor Wembanyama, gambling talk, was plus 650 in the NBA MVP race from that standpoint. Vegas has him now with the second best odds behind Shea. So he jumped in one night over everybody. He's ahead of Jokic right now in the MVP race odds.
Wow.
I'm pretty like that's. And again, that's Derek. That's Derek Lively, and that's a Mavericks team that has quality defensive bigs.
And I was going to say quality size.
And he 40 and 15 doing that type of stuff.
Anthony Davis and Derek Lively, both playing last night.
Doing that type of stuff.
And that's Victor Wembanyama. All he has to do is stay healthy. Easier said than done, but he is.
I know. That might be the avatar. Defense, rebounding, playmaking, points.
Multilingual.
Well, it's only 4, Jessica. You can't do 5.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, the avatar is earth, fire, air, water, right?
Or I'm just
And then
adding
control.
attributes.
Yeah, no, we're not.
That might be the perfect man.
Is he?
Tall.
He's very tall.
I love my
Obnoxiously tall.
mid-sized kings.
Do you?
But he's tall.
Do you?
Yes, if I had to stand next to... I was reminded yesterday as Jaren Jackson Jr. comes as the walk-off interview last night. He walks up and I'm like...
They, on the broadcast, on the TV...
Did they make fun of me?
Well, they didn't make fun of you, but the camera angle was not necessarily flattering. It's like,
Thanks.
They got Jessica looking teeny tiny.
At one point, they zoom out, and I'm like, thank you for making it crystal clear that I'm just here. I didn't have my box to stand on.
Where's the box?
I was in heels, and I was too afraid. The last time I got on a box to interview Jaren, I almost fell off. Yeah, the box still exists.
You gotta get your box. Take care of your box, man. Get that box out here.
Thank you so much,
You're
CJ.
welcome.
I really greatly appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Giannis had a monster game last night, too.
Speaking of
worth
freaks.
noticing. Yeah, I
But
can't
not-
wait for the Bucks-Spurs matchup. Different. Evolution of freaks. Evolutionaries.
Who's the freakiest freak?
Victor Wembanyama.
Giannis is no longer the freakiest freak.
But he is the Greek freak.
Hey, listen,
Victor Wembanyama is the French
freak.
Yeah, the French freak.
Yeah.
I love alliteration.
Let's go.
One rhymes, one alliterates.
Yeah.
Both defy human normalcies.
You were close. You almost did it.
It's a little hard
You
to
need
come
sleep.
up. I am gonna take such a fat nap. I cannot wait. We'll take a quick break. We will come back and do some Theater Thursday. I saw one battle after another. I know the chat has just been waiting for me, film bro Jessica.
Wait, wasn't you supposed to see that like a week and a half ago?
It took time.
Okay.
I finally got there.
All right.
It was worth it. We'll talk about that. CJ watched The Perfect Neighbor that we talked about earlier this week. We'll talk about both of those, get into the rest of our Thursday after a quick break. Le Freak.
So chic.
Le Freak. So chic.
Freak out.
Freak out.
The countdown to the 2025-2026 Grizzlies season is on, and our 10-game packs are the ticket to your ultimate fan experience. Whether you want to see the big names or just cheer on your team on the weekend, you can save money on a ticket pack that fits you. Choose from 4 different pack varieties or stack multiple packs to make sure you don't miss any marquee matchup or electric atmosphere this season. Visit Grizzlies.com packs to get your ticket pack today.
The second annual Hoops for St. Jude Tip-Off Classic is on Monday, October 27th at FedEx Forum. Don't miss Memphis women's basketball as they take on the Vanderbilt Commodores, or the long-awaited return of former Memphis head coach John Calipari when his Arkansas Razorbacks face the University of Memphis Tigers in charity exhibitions to benefit St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com, or you can get them at the FedEx Forum box office.
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item, whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Playing in front of these fans is going to be the best feeling in the world. I'm super excited to play in front of them.
Let's go, let's go.
They give us a lot of energy, show us a lot of love. You know, I always say get tickets, but there are 6 men and we need them more than ever.
We're proud of it. Different energies, Memphis energy.
I love playing in front of the Memphis fans. They're rowdy, they're loud.
We all are one. We all are Memphis.
Just walking through FedEx Forum, what's that been like for you?
To be back here knowing that this is going to help St. Jude. It's going to recognize Fred Smith.
Yeah.
Come on now. What he did as an individual. It's going to highlight the city and that what this great place is. There's not many cities like Memphis.
The Gary Parrish Show, live on weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans. Want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Welcome back. The chat is giving me ankle braces with my heels so I can stand on a box when I interview tall players. I also legitimately thought someone was serious when they said that the FBI press conference was on Stream East.
They shut Stream East down.
I thought maybe they brought it back for the occasion.
They brought it back for the occasion.
You got to play the greatest hits. In honor of this. That'd be really funny.
Are you aware? Deshaun is in the chat. He says that
Deshaun had the box.
He's trying to get fancy ladder/step stool for you. I suggested that they just put the box on a mat, so if you fall, the mat breaks your fall.
The box is off balance.
What?
Like if you put something like a sturdy thing on something soft.
I'll tell you what.
I'd rather just be short.
I got you.
I have no. Why are you guys all trying to criminalize short people?
You were the one complaining about it. We're trying to solve your problem.
I wasn't complaining about it. You're the one who told me it was a bad angle.
Here's what we're gonna do. After games, I have a trench coat. You're gonna stand on my shoulders, and we're just gonna button up the trench coat, and you're gonna do the interview that way.
Can you imagine? Surprise! Inspector Gadget style interview.
We should
The players
do that.
would be like, "What the hell?"
We should do that.
Little Theater Thursday.
I think I could pull that off.
You could do that. It'd make a great movie. It'd make a great TikTok. We'd go hella viral. I could make at least $15 on that TikTok.
Let's go.
I'm obsessed with making small amounts of dollars on each TikTok I post.
How much are you making?
Like $20.
Let's go.
But for like a month.
That's fine.
Like collectively. Yeah, it's great.
You can go to a fast food
stupid video
establishment.
singing along to the NBA on NBC, and I made like $5 on it.
Let's go.
Not to get in my pockets, but I'm making money out here.
Your pockets is real shallow.
I can go to another wedding. Can I tell you a really funny story?
Please.
Really fast. I was with Mike Wallace before the game last night. We were doing the pre-wind, Grind City Media pre-wind. Always watch it before every game. And he was like, now that the season's starting, guess you'll have to take a break from all your weddings. When's your next wedding? And I just look him dead in the eye and I go, what if I told you it's tomorrow? And he was like, no. And I was like, yes, in Mississippi. I have a wedding tonight.
They're saving money, so shout out to them. Having the courage to get married on a Wednesday.
I'm all for it. Shout out to Stephanie, my husband's wonderful coworker, getting married on Thursday, but it'll be fun. They had everyone
Oh,
fly
they're getting
in.
married on Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday.
I thought today was Wednesday. Got you.
I'm the one who slept for 4 hours last night.
I'm just not all the way coherent.
My Aura Ring sent me a message. Are you okay?
No.
Your readiness score is lower than usual. I'm like, yeah. I wonder why. Oh my God. And it's called the warm-up show, not the pre-wind. Jeez Louise. I hope I can have an effective conversation about one battle after another because it really deserves it. And I did finally see it. Chris and I squeezed it in last weekend. It is, I hate you. It is close to a 3-hour movie. It flies. It is wildly entertaining. It lived up to all of the expectations. I was truly very concerned because when movies get hyped to the degree that One Battle After Another was getting in the opening week, I get to this place where I'm like, I'm going to be disappointed. I'm going to think this is one of the best movies of all time. And if I don't, it's going to feel like a letdown. And I'm really trying to do a better job personally. As a society, we don't do a good job of this, but just appreciating things in the moment. It doesn't have to be the best you ever saw. It doesn't have to be one of the greatest of all times. It can just be a really damn good movie. And that is what One Battle After Another was. The performances across the board, some of the best acting that you will see in a movie this year. I had 2 true 5-star films from 2025. One is Sinners, and one is One Battle After Another. And there are a lot of people out there who are like, well, if you love One Battle After Another, you have to hate on Sinners. If you love Sinners, you have to hate on One Battle After Another. No, why? Why can't we just admit that we were lucky enough to get 2 genre-pushing, genre-evolutionary movies in one year, and they're great. Like, Tiana Taylor, I wish there was more of her in the movie because every second she is on screen, captivating. My mom saw this movie and she was like, who's Tiana Taylor? And I was like, let me tell you about Tiana Taylor. She was in a movie last year that I talked about called 1001. And she was so good in that movie. I was like, you are a capital A actress. She's excellent in this one. What's my young girl's name? Why can't I think of it off the top of my head? It's really going to bother me.
You can't think because you hadn't slept.
Yeah, I know.
What about
I'm aware.
her?
She's so good. I mean, she's like a star. She's a rising star. She was on that Jake Gyllenhaal Apple TV show. Please get it for me. It starts with an S. It's really going to drive me absolutely insane that I can't think of it because now she's all over my TikTok too. She was great. Regina Hall is in it, and I have long loved Regina Hall. Mostly I've now talked about Scary Movie 3 twice in 2 days, but I love Regina Hall in the Scary Movies. She's usually so funny, and you expect for her to be a comedic part. I remember when it came out that she was going to be in this Paul Thomas Anderson movie, everyone's like, oh, he's going to write some like banger funny lines for her. And instead, she's just wildly captivating. Leonardo DiCaprio, I am not the biggest Leonardo DiCaprio fan in the world. I think sometimes he gets just a little overhyped. I thought this was one of his best roles that he's ever played.
Elena? No. Chase Infinity?
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Chase Infinity. That's not an S. That's my bad. Chase Infinity. She's gonna be a star. She already is a star. I don't know who gets nominated from and like where they are in the supporting actress or actor, supporting actor. Benicio del Toro is great. Sean Penn, I think we're reminded, is one of the best actors that we have in that generation. He plays a villain named Lockjaw who has one of the funniest walks, and just I love the presentation of villains, and in this sense, just like fascist Dumbos. They're so stupid. Like the presentation of the bad guys in this film as just goofy morons. Not goofy in a like, oh, that's cute goofy. Like, no, like you're weird. And it's written in just a really effective way. The first 45 minutes of the film suck you in so effectively, and then you're just left in this space where you're really enjoying the development of the characters and the story and some of the shots. There's a car scene that is my favorite car scene that I have ever seen, I think, through the hills of California. It's such a cool car scene.
Better than Bad Boys 2?
You literally feel like you're in one of those virtual reality roller coasters that they tried to make a thing back in the day where you like sat in a little car and it would just move you around. I imagine if you saw this in IMAX, it would make you a little sick.
Okay.
It's that cool.
I'm just saying, are they throwing cars at you? Because in Bad Boys 2, the Haitians was throwing cars on the
There's
interstate.
actually 2 car chases in this movie.
Okay.
One's just really like cinematically beautiful.
All right.
And then the other is a pretty good dramatic car chase. They did the car chase as well. There's a good amount of humor in it. It's tense. It's multi-genre. And ultimately, this idea of the everlasting revolution. A revolution continues onward. And who are the people who are the primary movers and shakers of revolutionary behavior throughout time? Who gets credited for revolutions? Who kind of just sits there and gets exhausted by it all? Really fascinating themes for this point in time. It was really good. Laughed out loud multiple times, was thoughtful, ends in a nice way. I think you would like it. I don't like to put things on you from a movie standpoint.
I'll get it.
Because you're an original. You're 101.
I like good things.
Sometimes.
Oh, no. You stop it. I like good things all the time.
Occasionally.
I like them all the time.
You watched The Perfect Neighbor documentary.
I should not have watched it while
I know.
at work.
I'm sorry that you have to work with me today.
Yeah, well, one. Listen.
I apologize for one of my people.
Listen, no.
But I don't want to be associated with her. So like, put her in a box.
Yo, what are we doing?
Wasn't it insane?
Believable.
Very believable.
As a kid, first off, that neighborhood looked like it was a great neighborhood for a kid to be a part of, because they're all just outside running around, interacting with one another, playing, being silly, having fun. And as a kid, like, we played in those types of lots where it's basically just an empty field, nothing is over there. So let's run around out there and have ourselves a good time playing football, softball, kickball, tag, freeze tag, hide and seek. Like, right? Like, I did that as a kid, and I can't imagine what it would be like to have some old cantankerous broad come over and be like, no, I don't want you over here. Well, it's not yours. One, is not yours. Two, I'm not hurting or harming anybody. Like, what are you talking about here? I can't believe people like that exist. Mm-hmm. But lo and behold, she does exist, and people like that do interact, unfortunately, with people who are just trying to have a good time. A good time, and not bother anybody. Just run around and play. Just be kids, man. Just be people.
Yeah.
You know, that's frustrating to see. And I had one moment. It's not like that. And thankfully it didn't get to that point, because she ended up hitting the fence up. But I had some friends who had a house, and they stayed next to a lady, and we were playing both yards. Mm. And she, for whatever reason, did not want her kids to play with us and did not want us playing in her yard. Not having us not playing her yard makes sense. Like, that's yours. That's fine. This is an empty lot. But she complained, and they got into it a couple of times. And it got to the point to where she ended up putting up a fence, a white picket fence. And it was like, oh, okay, we got it. We get it.
Picture.
We see what's going on here. All right, cool. But yeah, that's just tragic. The line that gets people also got me. And you just know immediately. You just know. It's like, all right, this is not going to end well. Tremendous editing.
Right?
Remarkable job they did telling that story without because that's the thing that drew me in. That's the thing I was curious about. Okay, how are you going to tell this story without sitting down and interviewing the participants of the story? And the way that they told the story, just great job. Mm-hmm. Great storytelling. One of the best documentaries I've ever seen. It's worth
so
the watch.
Unique.
Yeah.
And that moment that gets everybody, it's real. Like, that's what documentaries are. You are watching the worst day of a family's life play out, and the worst moment, and the realization of said moment. And when you think about the consequences of actions and I would say the lack of remorse in the case of this woman who is in the show, you should have to watch that video on loop for the rest of your life. Every day, every hour, to be reminded of what happened. And you want to know the worst part? I don't know if it would ever move her based on how she acted.
No.
She would continue to make excuses.
Everybody's not right up here.
Sure.
And that's, and I'm colloquially talking about mental health. Right? Like, everybody's
This isn't a mental health issue. This lady's racist as hell.
No, she's that and off.
I guess.
But
I always don't like to give. I think so often we're like, oh well, she just wasn't. She was different. She was no.
Either way it goes, like that. Guns again.
That as well. When they show, this is going to be such a. Well, Justin Hurd talks about guns. It's so small. Like the gun that she used, it's so small. And yet it can do insurmountable damage in a second through a door, not even having to look someone in the eye. Like, it just happens. And the power that little thing carries and how it can escalate a situation so unnecessarily is very frustrating.
Yeah.
And those stand your ground laws are...
There's something, aren't they?
Sure something.
There's something.
Sure something. Anyway, I do really recommend people watch it. I think it's a really well-done documentary, interesting documentary, heart-wrenching documentary.
If you can tell how we're talking about this thing, you kind of got a grasp of what we're talking about. Do yourself a favor, because it's them. It's that moment. Mm-hmm. And I know for me personally, I do my best to avoid that. Seeing that type of despair and lack of humanity, lack of dignity. So know that that's in there. Yeah. And you're going to see it. So if you can't handle it, if this is not the right time for you to sit down and watch it, don't. Protect your peace, man, because it is a day ruiner. It is a day wrecker sitting down watching that.
Yes. All right. That'll do it for today's show. I'm going to go take a nap, CJ. It's going to be one of the best naps that I ever did take.
You got a whole, 46 seconds here.
You're right.
Yeah.
Grizzlies win on opening night. Mm-hmm. We'll be back at it tomorrow.
Will we?
It'll be a Friday.
It will.
It's another Grizzlies game day.
Yep.
Hey, guess what's the day after that?
What?
Another Grizzlies game day. 3 and 4 nights is quite the welcome back to reality for all of us.
Only 20 seconds left.
That's all right. Lang Whitaker will join us tomorrow. He was at the game last night. We'll get his takes on that going into the back-to-back for this weekend.
10.
What's our Thursday night football match? I think my Chargers play tonight. Chargers-Vikings, another opportunity for Justin Herbert to
that's enough. You can end
come
the
to
show.
the equation. We don't have baseball again until tomorrow.
Yeah.
You letting me off?
Yeah, tell people goodbye.
Bye.